As the mid-year point years and property types calculate the number of trophy sales to date, it's a short list this year. A house in Rose Bay has sold for about $38 million. The city's third highest house price sale came to light on Friday, presumably given gag orders on Alison Coops of her eponymous agency, leaving it to a trusting competitor to reveal the price of a harbourfront home. A caveat on title reveals it was purchased by Kelly Doe, who with Bankstown dentist Dr. Phuoc Mai recently sold their Grand Chiswick residence for $13.3 million, setting a record for the riverfront suburb in the process. Before the Chiswick property was sold by Ray White Drummoyne's Mario Carbone, it previously set a suburb high when it last traded in 2013 at $5 million when sold by greengrocers Chris and Emily Parisi. Doe and Dr. Mai's interests aren't limited to cavities. Corporate records show their property investment interests include a fast food retail site in Mount Pritchard, a house on the Georges River currently for sale for $1.85 million, and a handful of houses across the Canterbury Bankstown area that have been bought and sold over the past decade. For Doe's money is a 5-bedroom house on the Rose Bay hillside with uninterrupted views down the harbour, home theatre, lift, spa, sauna, pool, and gymnasium. It last traded in 2017 for $19.18 million when sold by Horizon Media owners Dina and Semyon Pinchuk. The only recorded house sales higher than Doe's purchase in Rose Bay is the Rockley Mansion in Point Piper at close to $82 million, and the more than $50 million sale price on Coolmore Australia's boss Tom Magnia's Point Piper home sold to Brianna and Ben Volts, the Melbourne-based co-founder of e-commerce marketing technology company Rocked. For a bit of rich people's perspective, there have been 8 sales of $30 million or more this year to date. Last year, there were that many in May alone. No surprise to see the Curraba Point waterfront home of former Boral chief Rod Pierce and his wife Merrin listed for sale on Friday following recent revelations. The couple are downsizing to a $13.5 million pad in Mosman. The agency's Donna Gaddy is telling buyers an asking price of $25 million for the Federation residence with a pool and boat shed set on the harbour on a maritime lease. The Pierces purchased it 20 years ago for $5.75 million from Paloma Mobile co-founder Jennifer Zanuck. Metal mining boss Gary Lewis has sold his Watsons Bay home for $19 million to cash buyer Wenbin Zhu and Wei Zhao. The millennial buyers also paid cash for their $31.2 million purchase over the Christmas break of the heritage-listed mansion Werribee in Vaucluse that was sold by China's food tycoon Sun Xiaofeng, and to which they have already started work on $4 million worth of renovations. Lewis, the former Robust Resources mining boss, resigned as chief of US-based mineral development company Electric Metals in March, had listed the Watsons Bay house with initial $22 million hopes. Records show it last traded in 2016 for $7.45 million. Still, with Sydney's secret sales, Westpac's Alex Biscoff and his wife Lee have purchased a house on Vaucluse's priced Olola Avenue for about $8.3 million that is set to be under a high-end home redesign by the couple. The Biscoffs, who last year paid $9.75 million for the Seven Highlands property of the agency's chief Jeff Lucas and his wife Nicola, are yet to settle on the property, but are already seeking approval to demolish it to make way for a 3-story house at a cost of $3.3 million. Dress Circle, Olola Avenue, is crammed full of eastern suburbs identities, like former Test cricket captain Michael Clarke, lawyer Dr. Alison Pert, former ACCC chairman Rod Sims, media heir Charles Fairfax, stockbroker Angus Atkin, and freight industry boss Arthur Zanaros. The application has already cropped 12 objections from locals and 2 submissions in support, but the identity of objectors remains unknown. Bodie D. Lee Dillon recently retired after 44 years in the luxury boat industry, but is upsizing from his Newport home to make way for more space for grandkids and cars. The former director of Lee Dillon Marine has owned his Newport home on Pittwater on 1,300 square meters of deep water frontage since 2021, paying $6 million and commissioning a renovation the following year. The four-bedroom residence with pool, jetty, and boathouse has a $10.5 million guide through McGrath's Sam Thompson and James Baker.